Greetings and welcome back to Stellaris, my United Nations of Earth playthrough. So we're at the year 2380, and we are the leader in the Senate by a wide margin. As a matter of fact, I have more diplomatic weight than my other two council members. There are quite a few in breach of the Space Amoeba Protection Act. That means people out there are killing amoebas, and they should not be. The only one that is not in breach of that, but still in breach, is the Tezekian Hive, is in breach of the Military Readiness Act. It's about time I start spending influence to affect this, or being more proactive in affecting the galactic community. But there are still several habitats I need to get constructed. I need to get more minerals, and I need to get all of my strategic resources off planet and onto habitat refineries. So I will be pursuing habitats for quite a while more. I did start construction here in Caravan of a colony ship for the new habitat that is being constructed here over in off of Caravan Prime. And I just went with humans with it because that was the quickest choice. It's just your refinery station. Nobody really gets bonuses to refineries. At best, I could pick somebody who had bonuses to amenities or unity for the leadership positions and the trade and stuff like that, but it's not a big deal. Plus, the two initial colonists are not going to end up being the majority population usually, because of immigration will be kind of random, so different people will all end up in the habitats at this point. But we are just going to progress forward here. I have done my maintenance. Everything's ready to go. And I do, but actually before we press on, I do want to go to the Awoken. I have a little bit of spare resources. Let's go ahead and give them a little bit of alloys, say 1,000, and maybe a little bit of minerals. I can give them, say, 5,000 minerals, so that they will be able to get done with whatever it is they're doing. Let's see, what could I get? I get a loyalty pledge from them. I don't need favors. I could get actual loyalty. I could get information from them, borrow fleets. But yeah, I don't really want anything in return. I'm just trying to help them so that they will start churning out constructors and science ships and get back out there. Actually, that's Fire Tribes of Kel. Do they have a science ship? I have no way to know, because that's Tezekian. Yeah, I don't think they have a science ship. I think their science ship got destroyed, but I have no way to know if they have a science ship and where it is. I wish I could just gift them ships. I could give them a science ship and a scientist and a constructor, and then maybe they would start doing things. But if they have not claimed this, by the time I finish this gateway and get a constructor over here, I am going to claim these and give them to them. Because influence may be their problem. But that was a juicy deal for them, so they will most likely accept. I can start construction on another habitat next month. And of course, they accept this gift with gratitude. The Awoken has completed the construction of their gateway. Actually, I completed construction of their gateway. Thank you very much. But there's now a gateway here in Lyril. So I can now move a constructor that way. Let's see, in the Yelon system, I had still a reactor station, one refinery station, and one research station left to go, I believe. Because yes, I already have the habitat over that one. Yeah, we'll take the Mississippi and send it over to start claiming systems over here. And it'll take a while for me to get the influence and all. Won't take me long to get there. It'll just take me a while to get the influence.
Research concluded.
But now that this gateway is completed, I can send my fleets back. So I can send the Kunlun back to Blorgsbane. As soon as I remember where Blorgsbane is, there it is. And take Fleet 4, 5, and 6 and change their bases. Let's see, First Fleet, Second Fleet were both Yilon. Third was Lawam, so let's send Fourth to Lawam as well. And then 5th and 6th will both go to Blorgsbane. So we finished Cell Revitalization 5, giving another 5 years to our leader's lifespan. And are now working on Aggressive Conditioning 4 for more army damage. I did find out there are certain ones that cap at 5 repeats. The one that does extra starbase capacity is one of them. The one that does fleet capacity is also one of them. Naval capacity, I don't believe, has a cap. It might also cap at 5, in which case I've got 2 more researches of it, and it will be done. And the one that did planetary build speed also capped at 5. Never should have trusted them. Never should have made that deal. Filthy Mimicron. Oh, humans, we greet you. Would you like to trade? They will offer me a single destroyer for 2,000 minerals. I am not interested. That destroyer is not going to be that good. And it won't be able to be retrofitted. And 2,000 minerals is not worth the getting like a handful of alloys. So, not interested at this time. And we have a favor with the Telenesti.
Research concluded.
If Zorak have another gateway, we have finished Applied Superconductivity 8. More energy credits from jobs. Are now working on Applied Superconductivity 9. My last few reinforcements apart from the Titan should be out of nebulous transit by the end of this month. It'll be 6 more months before I have the influence to claim Unamban. Don't think I can actually see what they've got queued up at their star bases. I can see what they have queued up at their planets. I thought, but apparently not. Either that or don't have anything in the build queue. But yeah, they have a relatively small planet. Matter of fact, they're suffering stability problems. That could be part of their issue. I might need to renegotiate to add more holdings, so I could add some holdings that help with their stability. Yeah, they have a very low population approval rating. They have overcrowding and unemployment. I gave them some minerals and stuff to hope that they would be able to add more generator districts, but they're just stagnating. It's almost like the AI has given up. Fire Tribes has another gateway. They finally built a gateway in their home system. Urzo is sending a constructor to build a gateway site in Borbagon. Oh, they're just passing through our gateway to get to its destination a little faster. I was just wondering why they popped up here. And I'm about 2 months away from being able to start on claiming Unaben.
Research concluded.
Council election will be held in 6 months. Current top candidates are the current members of the council. Completed research of high-density munitions 7 and are now working on high-density munitions 8. League of Brian States built a gateway. And now that it's February, I have gained a favor with the Visari Alliance. And I am now able... They're stealing this one. They said they were building a gateway. Now it says that they're building Unaben Starbase. And they are just starting. They have not made it here. No, they haven't made it here, so I'm going to get the jump on them. And go ahead and start building the Starbase. There's 135 influence. After I get this one, I need to go get Omicron Percy. Now the problem there is this guy will probably just hop skip over and grab Omicron Percy. And that was my whole point, was to get this one to give to them. But yeah, that's disturbing that they tried to come over here and steal this from the Awoken. Bazaar have a gateway. Fire Tribes of Kel wishes to invite the League of Brian States. Yes, I was hoping somebody would want to invite them. Now this is going to hurt. Our cohesion is going to tank when this happens, because it's inviting basically 5 members. But I am voting yes on this. Now, between the Fire Tribes, the Holy Gagasi and me, and the Awoken, it's not going to take too many extras to make this a majority vote. However, if the Tezekians vote against it, all of their subjects will vote against it. So hopefully the Hazar and the Pirak will quickly vote for it. Caravan habitat is complete. Let's pop over there and see if my... Yes, my colony ship is already there. So we will go to the colony ship, the Valhalla, and send it to this new habitat. La Isabella. And we will get ready to build yet another habitat here. It just disappeared. I'm assuming it passed. And the invite is out to the Brienne. It was. So the League of Brian States has joined the Galactic Technologist Alliance. Now we have many more members, because that would also bring in the Hithians, the Ubarik, the Visari Alliance. I think the Uko Praknar are actually under the Urzo. Or the Tezekian Hive, I meant. The Sonderthan were under the Brienne States. But yeah, the Visari, the Ubarik, the Sonderthan, and the Hithians are our newest members, along with the League of Brian States. It gives us quite a few members. This would have been an easier place to look, because since they were just invited, they wouldn't have had envoys here yet. Now we have yet another egalitarian in here. Actually, 2 more egalitarians. These had the exact same as their overlord, yes. So we've got more egalitarianism in. Hopefully we will be able to get rid of the authoritarians. We are losing experience, but we are gaining cohesion. Now, we will gain more cohesion when all of these new members add envoys. But yes, this is going to cause a problem for us getting to level 5. Yeah, they're throwing in their envoys.
Colony establishment has begun.
Gaining cohesion relatively quiquely. Where is my new colony? There it is. It's actually in Sol Sector. And it will take 8 months. Just 8 months to be up and running. Darbalans ended their association status with us because of the Sonderthans. If Zorak recalled their embassy. So we no longer have an embassy with the Ivzorak. I currently had somebody working on relations with the Ivzorak, did I not? Yes, Slukerdeb. We are allied to rivals. Yeah, they were rivals with the Brienne, weren't they? Yes. And the Tezekians. So we are, they are rivaled to 2 of our members. This means that they might potentially be the next threat. I might consider building up some espionage on them. They are listed as having equivalent fleet power. They have 2 vassals, the Tilinesti and the United Uberic Pact. I was working on all of their members. Yeah, the Tilinesti, the United Uberic Pact, and them. I'm not sure I need to be improving relations with the Obha. They're not really an empire. They're just like a single colony, kind of like my vassals. So I think I may move this person out to conduct espionage on the Ivzorak. Yeah, we'll send Odnal over there. Start building up a spy network. When we get it up, our infiltration level high enough, I can start preparing sleeper cells and then see about acquiring some assets. I really wish I could influence their government or get rebellions going or something through diplomacy. Achievement unlocked, United Space. The Interstellar Assembly is now fully operational and plays host to a number of embassies from the galaxy's major powers, be they political or corporate. Our diplomats are having a hard time keeping up with the steady flow of information and national interest and political embarrassments we are extracting from the situation. At least our guests seem largely disinterested in our surveillance as long as we provide the ideal environs for them to strong-arm their competitors. So it is now fully operational. It's a fairly small building. Now we can get started on another megastructure, the final one we have to upgrade here, which is the Strategic Coordination Center site. Construction site serves as a base for future construction. The armored hull of the Strategic Coordination Center houses the cream of our military command, who devote their time to strategy and planning in this state-of-the-art facility. It will give us naval capacity. What is that other +2? Is that mega structure? Starbase capacity. No, it's giving us 4 star bases. 5. Yeah, I'm not sure what all of these little icons mean. I'll have to wait until it's completed in 5 years and mouse over them. And this one will pass. If I opposed it, it would still pass. Because that would be, well, not entirely, because the Awoken would end up voting with me. So that would be 190. That would be relatively close. But again, I couldn't care whether this passes or not. It's going to add more loyalty and boost my empire size from systems slightly. My empire size from systems, it's going to be about 5 more points. That's a drop in the hat compared to the fact that I'm already 2,000. Because my empire size is going to be steadily increasing from population, from more habitats being colonies, from more districts being built on habitats. They still haven't built anything. Yeah, I think they are stuck in some sort of loop where they are just not doing anything right now. Commonwealth of Man have recalled their embassy. See, at this rate, at 5 cohesion per month, it's going to take a year and a half to get our cohesion positive again. During that time, we'll lose about 120 or more experience. We'll still be level 4.
Construction completed.
Alright, we got the starbase here. Now to claim this one will only require 67. So we will have that in about 3 months. And it's going to take me about a month to get over there. Hopefully he's returning to Loril. Oh no! Tetrana died at the age of 141. Where was? That was in Plessis at Ultinia. So we need a new scientist. We have an eager scientist who is synthetic. We have a statecraft, and we have a propulsion expert. I think we will go with the synthetic and have them start assisting research. Lian Sang. I also believe I'm going to go ahead and queue up another colony ship. I'll do it here in Lawam. And I don't think I have any Awoken. It's going to be hard to find. Easier way to find out if I have any Awoken is to go to species. No, I have no Awoken. But I do have synthetics, I believe. So we could make a colony ship and use our synths, if I can locate them. It is so hard to find what you need in these lists because they are not alphabetized or organized in any particular manner. We'll send Blizzidians. And we are going to have them colonize Omicron Percy and start construction on a robotics facility for the Awoken, and then hand this over after we have the robotics facility. Or actually, we don't have to wait until the robotics facility is completed, just until we've queued it up. I have another envoy now. Let's actually go to the Commonwealth of Man and start building a Stya network with our new one, Glagro. Resolution passed for regulated growth. Next one up will be repealing sanctions. I'm against both of these, but they've got enough support they might end up being repealed. I could go ahead and get administrative insight as the next one. Let's see if I support it. Nope, it won't jump up high enough. Now, there's really not much I am interested in here that has been proposed. Just Comfort the Fallen would be all right. That will give a little bit of unity from jobs is the main thing I was interested in. And the wording on it. You know, we should be taking care of those who need it. So yes, the Galactic Council has not changed. It is still the three of us. But now that the League of Brian States is a member of the Galactic Technologist Alliance, that means the Galactic Council is completely controlled by our alliance. We have a new resolution. Minor research sanctions by the Garanshu. Alright, we can go ahead and start claiming this last system. After I'm done with that, I'm going to move back to Yilon in orbit of Yilon 4. All of my fleets have managed to finally merge with Transport Fleet 1. It has an army strength of 3K. It has a lot of different armies in it. Mercenaries, assault armies, robotic assault armies, xenomorphs, and one Cybrex warform. Terminal egress is about 66% complete. I need to have a ship queued up for it. I do not believe... Yeah, Lawam is building one for this sector. Omicron Percy. So I do need another one. Let's go to Blorgsbane and have it build a colony ship. And again, we will just... this is going to be a mining world. It'd be nice if I could quickly find some decent miners, but as I said, the lack of organization on these are kind of a pain in the ass to navigate. Chirk would probably end up being the best. So yeah, we'll just grab some Chirk. That's the first one I found that make good miners, even though it doesn't really matter. These guys are going to end up being the diplomats. So yeah, let's just throw humans in there. These guys are going to end up being promoted all the way up to leader when it is upgraded.
Research concluded.
We have aggressive conditioning 6 for more army damage and are now working on fleet management procedures 4 for more naval capacity.
A new world has been colonized.
La Isabella is now a colony. First things we are going to need is going to be one leisure district. So we are going to set this to leisure station. There it is. We're going to need one leisure district and one housing district, habitation district. After which we can get started on our refineries. Now, as you see, my minerals have really dropped. I'm not earning very many minerals per month now because I have shifted almost all of my mining districts on planets that had them temporarily off. And that is in hopes that I can get my minerals built up through habitats fairly quickly. If Zorak built a gateway.
Construction completed.
All right, we have Omicron Percy. He's on his way back to Yilon. The Destiny is built in Lawam, so we will send it to colonize this world. Just let them have the default colony name. Now it's going to take about 3 months, a little over 3 months, to get there and start colonizing it. And then it'll probably take another 8 to 10 months before it's a colony, at which point I will start construction of the robotics facility and hand both of these systems over. Fire tribes have declared Yvzorak their rival. Yeah, it looks like Yvzorak are going to be the next conquest. Them and Commonwealth of Man, Yvzorak return the favor, are not really threats, but they're not cooperating as well as... Yeah, League of Brian States actually controls quite a chunk over here. So actually, apart from the Garanshu, the Darbalin, our alliance is 3/4 of the galaxy now. The United Uberik Pact, the Yvzorak, the Tilinesti, the Commonwealth of Man. So yeah, the Commonwealth of Man, the Yvzorak, United Uberik Pact, and the Tilinesti are the only ones that are not currently members of our Federation. And of course, I'm not counting the fallen empires because they cannot be. Oh, and Garanshu and Darbalins. So yeah, there's just a little bit that has not joined our Federation. Now, trying to keep these hamsters herded to all be a member of our Federation is going to be a challenge later on. Our capitals are no longer connected with the Yvzorak because they closed their borders. So be it. I've decided I'm going to, after I get this habitat built in Terminal Egress, Hazar have a gateway. After I get this habitat built in Terminal Egress, I'm going to send the Susquehanna around to every place I can build a mining habitat in the L cluster first and get all of them started establishing before I come back and finish off Terminal Egress. Because, like I said, minerals are becoming an issue for me. I have sufficient energy credits. I could just buy minerals if I needed to. As a matter of fact, I'm getting close to cap on a couple of these. Energy credits and food. So let's go ahead and sell some food. And then turn around and buy some minerals just in case. I want to keep it a little bit higher. Blorgsbane is about to churn out its colony ship that is going to be headed for Terminal Egress. Fire Tribes of Kel built another gateway. There we go. The Abundance has been built in Blorgsbane. We will go ahead and send it toward Terminal Egress. It would take 2 months to get there. I don't believe this
Knowledge
will be
is the
completed
key
by then.
to the universe.
Applied Superconductivity 9 is now completed. More energy credits from jobs. And we are now working on Shield Harmonics 7, or 6. Yeah, Shield Harmonics 6. For more shield hit points.
Construction completed.
Loam Starbase finished its construction. I had it shift over to consumer goods since it was supporting minerals and I got rid of all the mining districts. When I can move this synthetic crystal plant off a planet, I'm going to switch it over to a civilian industry.
A new world of opportunities awaits.
So we are now colonizing this planet. And it will take actually about 13 months to be fully colonized. Manticore paid us dividends and gave us a little bonus fleet. My energy credits are full. Yeah, they're in the middle of the galaxy again. Let's tell them to go to Lawam. And afterwards, we will queue them up to go get salvaged, because we don't really need them. What else? Well, since our resource storage is full, let's go ahead and buy a couple of reliquaries. Beautiful blue marbles. That's a huge chunk of consumer goods that will put us at cap. So let's go ahead and sell some consumer goods first before we accept this. There we go. Now we can sell some more consumer goods. And have enough money for another reliquary. Contains a treatise on love and the cyclic nature of all things. It is written in the United Nations of Earth language, and the style is contemporary. That's a huge chunk of society research. It'll be over a year before that fleet becomes available for me to give it orders. League of Brian States has a gateway. Citizen state of Azuk has declared the Jazekians their rival. They'll probably return the favor shortly if they weren't already rivaling them. Unless they're already at the cap of 3 rivals. Dimfu Rim habitat is complete, and I have the ship in orbit of it already. So we will just tell it to establish a colony. New Jerusalem. Eventually, you can get enough colonies that you run out of random names. The list is finite.
Construction completed.
Cirrus Starbase has switched over from minerals to energy support. One thing I neglected was to have this start removing some of the features on this world. There's a bomb crater, massive crater created by the detonation of a particularly devastating hydrogen bomb, blocking submerged ore veins that add 3 maximum mining districts. So let's get started on removing that one. And also this one that is blocking the gas extraction wells, this radioactive wasteland. Few organisms can survive in this desolate, irradiated wasteland. Go ahead and queue those 2 up. They won't complete both before the planet is finished colonizing, but I could still queue up a robotics facility and push back, say, the radioactive wasteland. I think I should wait until the robotics facility is almost complete, just so that the Awoken don't cancel it and replace it with a different building, so that they have a means for their population to grow over here. And next month, I should be able to get started on the next habitat here.
Colony establishment has begun.
View from the end of the world. Own a habitat in a black hole system. Which reminds me, I forgot to look up the other one, or mouse over the other one we got, which was Interstellar Assembly, United Space. Just build an interstellar assembly is all it said.
Research concluded.
There we go. Got that one queued up. We completed High Density Munitions 8 for more kinetic weapon damage, and are now working on Planetary Build Speed from Assembly Algorithms 4. This is the one that only goes up to 5. Once I get the 5th one, this one will be removed from the list. I do not have a specific industry person. And I also realized this person should actually be in society. So I need to swap out the Mentat with Debbie here. because that way she gets even more research if we're researching biology. But I do not have a specific industry, and both of my specialists will only be giving 5%. I know I have somebody who will get 10%. Let's see. Well, this person would get 10%, Akrok. But I also, yeah, there he is in the Hubble, Fronds of Gold. So let's put Fronds of Gold there. You know, there's absolutely no reason. The maintenance on it is not worth worrying about. For me not to go ahead at this point and build another colony ship. We'll just use humans again to send out to the construction site and just have it wait at the construction site. The little bit of maintenance for having a colony ship out there isn't going to be tremendous impact because it's just alloys and energy credits. Or actually it may just be energy credits for a colony ship. Alvathari have a gateway.
Knowledge is the key to the universe.
We have Fleet Management Procedures 4 for more naval capacity. Are now working on Transgenic Crops 3, which is one of the ones that Debe, daughter of Amek, gets a huge bonus to. It should be about 30% overall bonus, because she gets 10 for being psychic, 5 more for being a cyborg, and another 15 for biology research. Also gets another 10 for psionic research, but I do not believe there is a repeatable psionic research, and I have done all the non-repeatables, so her bonus to psionics is meaningless at this point. They should have put in a repeatable psionic. We're no longer losing experience. We've actually gotten positive cohesion of 1 point now. So we didn't drop down too much. It's still going to take a long time to get up to full. I don't think we'll be adding anybody else unless somebody makes one of the... because there's only 4 empires or 5 empires less. So unless some of these switch sides or finally decide to join us, I don't see our Federation adding more members at this point. There are too many people who are going to have problems. That's the reason we can't get the Garanshu in. Both the Hazar and the Fire Tribes have issues with them. We're going to go ahead and start preparing sleeper cells with the Ivzorak. That'll take a while, but we shouldn't have too awfully much chance of failure. Zorak have another gateway. The El Dorado has been completed. We shall send it this direction. Take about 5 months to get over there.
A new world has been colonized.
New Jerusalem is now up and running. We'll get 1 astro mining bay queued up, but then we are going to need a holo theater. Because we are going to need amenities. Amenities are rather low here before we start on the next astro mining and try and get them set up. But as you see, just off the few astro mining bays I got from upgrading, I jumped about 250 minerals because I was all the way down to 50 at one point. So these mining stations make a huge difference in your mineral output. They can produce a lot more than most planets can. That new colony should become active next month. And we can start to work on the robotics facility.
A new world has been colonized.
Yeah, we only got 3 days off of that radioactive wasteland before we completed. So yeah, we'll start to work immediately on the robotics assembly plant. And I guess we can just... it'll take about 4 months to be done. after which we should be able to hand this planet over to the Awoken, along with the Unaban system, and see if they will proceed to grow. Yeah, Urzo and Tezekian both have constructors here, but they still don't have one, or a science vessel. We can also start preparing sleeper cells here on here with the Commonwealth of Man, because those are the two remaining large powers that could potentially turn against us. The Garanshu are just kind of gateway for the League of Brian States. Word has reached us that the Avzorak have begun the construction of a vast long-range sensor array in the Eshiku system. While still in the early stages, complete sensor arrays set to give them unfettered insight into the interstellar travel in this galaxy. We already have one. Yeah, they've started on their Sentry hub. So we get that when they get the first stage above just a platform built. So basically, you start with the construction site. When they get the first stage actually built is when we'll get the notification. I'll probably buy another... Yeah, let's go ahead and do that now. Let's go ahead and buy another reliquary, because we are getting close to cap on our credits again. Small amount of society research because of the traces of biological material. Wasn't really worth the energy credits, but they were about to cap anyway, and there wasn't really anything else I needed to buy. My food income has dropped a little bit because I switched over a world that was set to agriculture to urban. It lost a small amount of its food output, not a huge amount. So I think it was worth cutting down on how many of the strategic resources other planets on the buildings were needing. So now on the Senate floor we have repeal minor economic sanctions. And it currently looks like it's going to pass, because of all of the people who are in violation of the Amoeba Space Protection Act are tired of their sanctions. They're trying to get rid of the sanctions rather than ceasing to be in violation of it. Yeah, I think to get any more resolutions put through, I'm going to have to get a lot more weight in the galactic community and start proposing resolutions myself. Now, I could easily get more weight in the galactic community by moving some envoys over there, but as I get more stages... No, I've already maxed out the interstellar assembly. I'm not going to be getting any more envoys. The Dyson Sphere will be done next month. And that's the final stage for it, I believe, which will just leave me 2 of these to complete, unless I get started on a quantum catapult or the ring world that I've been waiting on, but I'd need to save up influence for that. I probably should have done the Holo Theater first, because I'm already in negative amenities, but it's only 2 months and it'll be up and running. It'll immediately get population due to all the unemployment I have on my other worlds, so it should be up and running shortly. There is one thing. I do not have a sector here, so I need to create a sector and add a governor to the L cluster. And this will actually be the... what system is this in? The terminal egress sector is what I will call it. And for a governor, a synthetic would be nice. There's an eager governor, there's a righteous governor, a cyborg will do as well. Something that gives a little bit to minerals from jobs, because I'm mainly going to have mining in here for now. So that's Dulava Uvi Pivava. Uvi Pivava. Oh, that's a tongue twister for me. See, he is a Huvidu Zon. Now, how far does that sector cover? It looks like it covers, yes, it covers all of these. It goes within 4 jumps, so yeah, it covers the entire L cluster. And after I get this habitat built, I'm going to jump over here to Asgard to get this one built. And then I think there's only one more mineral one I can build here in Istrum. After that, I will go back to building some refineries, because I should have sufficient minerals to support some more refineries. But for now, I need to save up 300 influence to get started on a ring world. So I'm only going to be building one habitat at a time to let my influence build up. And it's going to be these mining ones here in the L cluster for now, before I go back to completing the rest of the L cluster. Captive Star. Let's close this out, because we can do a mouse over on this one. Construct a complete Dyson sphere. The Nimulin system's primary has now been completely enveloped by a United Nations of Earth Dyson sphere. Our engineers celebrate this as a great victory, and rightly so. We have achieved what only a handful of star empires in the history of the galaxy dared imagine: the total subjugation of a star. Now, if there were any planets in this system, they would all become like frozen or barren, because they're no longer getting the light from the star, which is why I chose an asteroid system, which would be completely unaffected. But yes, it now produces a significant amount of energy. 3,400. Base is 4,000, but my Federation taxes are reducing it by 600. Federation taxes? What the crap? Where are we getting taxed? Are they only taxing the Dyson sphere? Federation taxes. I've never seen that before.
Knowledge is the key to the universe.
Alright, we have Shield Harmonic 6 for more shield hit points, and are now working on Focusing Arrays 7 for more energy weapon damage. We also have Transgenic Crops 3 for more food from jobs, and are now working on Transgenic Crops 4. What the crap? This is saying name Bernard Star Mining Station. Let me rename that to get rid of this weird looking glitch. It's supposed to be just the Bernard Star Mining Station. That looks better. Yeah, the Bernard Star Station is named properly. Everything else seems fine. In the future, I am going to make sure when I'm doing a playthrough like this that I do not update. Because it creates a large amount of problems when you're doing a playthrough. When things get changed to the core game after you have started a game. Omicron Percy has its robot assembly plants. It's currently building Blizzidians. Now that it is completed, I'm going to go ahead and transfer all of this crap to the Awoken. I have to transfer them one at a time, apparently, because they're not bordering it. So I have to give them the Unaban system first, and then after they accept that, I can give them the Omicron Percy system. The Ubaric regime have taken the challenge of building a science nexus. The UNA system is bustling with activity as engineers are assembling the initial build site, regardless of whether they fail or succeed. Yep. It's a testament to the ingenuity of intelligent life, even though I already have one. They are not our allies. Spymaster Glagro recently launched a quiet investigation into her own operatives in the Commonwealth of Man after noticing a recent drop in their performance. She's discovered these operatives skimming from resources allocated to intelligence gathering and bribes. These goods and currencies are being reinvested elsewhere in Commonwealth of Man business concerns, earning the operatives a comfortable profit at our expense. As a result, their attention and loyalties have clearly become divided. Progress on Operation Prepare Sleeper Cells has been put on hold for the moment until Spymaster Glagro can reassert operational efficiency. Issue reprimands. Our operatives are no longer skimming resources. Firm reminders of just where their loyalties lie have reinvigorated their sense of dedication, so that boosts our infiltration level slightly. They accepted the gift, so we will now give them the system with the planet. And it will be out of our hands, and they will have an additional world and possibly start building up. Let's actually look at their current planet. That's not how I meant to do it. You have to click on the system and then the planet. They do have mining districts here, so they are earning a few minerals. Yeah, their mineral production, overall mineral and energy production and all, is very slight. And their research is minimal as well because they only have one research facility. But they are building again. They're building a city district. We should probably give them more minerals and stuff. That could be what their holdup is, since they're earning so little minerals. Though they do now have mineral purification plant. I can't see their upgrade levels to know if they can upgrade either of these. Considering that they have exotic gas refineries, they must have built those in plans for upgrades. Oh, I meant to look at their breakdown of population. They don't actually have a robotics facility here. Yeah, they're all robots and awoken. Even though populations are headed this way that are not, it looks like they currently have none. How are they building them without a they do have a roboticist, but they have no robotics facility. So their roboticists come from their planetary capital because they are synthetic. As soon as Omicron Percy changes hands, let me see if they keep that robotics facility. I have enough influence to build another habitat, but like I said, I want to save up for the ring world. They accepted the deal. And let's see what they do with the planet. Yeah, they get a roboticist even from the reassembled ship shelter. So does this actually give them 2 roboticists? It does. And they are assimilating the one... Oh, they assimilate populations since they are a synthetic population.
Knowledge is the key to the universe.
Alright, we've researched Assembly Algorithms 4. There's only one more of these for planetary build speed. And we are working on Synapse Interceptor 6 for strike craft damage, so we can go back to having Pelton in here. Citizen State of Hazook broke their secret fealty to us. That's fine. They are under the Commonwealth of Man, I believe, yes. Our operatives are drawing up a short list of potential sleeper cells within the Ivzorak. So we are going to commence that one. Pirac have completed their science nexus finally. That's going to boost our science as well, since we get a portion of theirs. There it is. Barbo. They built it in the system where we fought the Tiyanki Matriarch. Urzo built yet another gateway. Okay, they haven't started any additional construction here. They're still just letting it work on the radioactive wasteland. And they haven't started additional construction here. So let's give them some more minerals. Let's give them about 10,000. And let's give them a handful of alloys too, since they use that for construction of their... let's give them 5,000 alloys. They use that for construction of their populations. They might also need some energy credits. Let's give them about 20,000 energy credits. They have no use for food. Of course they accepted. Commonwealth of Man closed their borders to us, so we lost connection to their capital. If Zorak have another gateway. Tilanesti have finally gotten a juggernaut. And it's time to re-elect a new leader for the Galactic Technologist Alliance. Now, with a bunch of more members, this may be a bit more interesting. I may not remain the leader. We've almost built our cohesion back up. Yeah, the League of Brian States are pretty close to me in economy. And they're about half my diplomatic power. Everybody has a good opinion of me. The Polysimus and the Fire Tribes have the least, because I kept declining their wars. It's going to take a while for that to go down. Plus, we're not currently improving relations with them. Or they're not currently improving relations with us either. But yeah, I'm still the technological leader. By a long shot. I have far more tech than any other empire. Tazekian are the only ones that come close. See, if we sort these by economy, I have the strongest economy. League of Brian States is close. By fleet, I have the fourth largest fleet. League of Brian States, Hazar, and Urzo are both higher than me. By tech, I have the greatest tech by far. And of course, I think it was sorted by economy to begin with. But this is a science one. We should have it sorted by tech. So it'll take about, I think, 2 months before that election goes through, so it'll be mid-July. Tazekians have declared Garanshu their rival. Yeah, unfortunately, it looks like the Garanshu are going to be integrated in other ways. They've entered into a non-aggression pact with the Ivzorak, who are most likely going to be attacked. Are you in great physical pain, or is that your thinking expression? Yep, the Zorak are insulting us. They're wanting to be destroyed, apparently. Apparently they've had enough of this existence. Because that's what a war against me would most likely mean.
Knowledge is the key to the universe.
We have transgenic crops for more food from jobs, and are now working on transgenic crops 5. Alright, the value of our studies into future models for importing goods from the multitude of galaxies, granting President Wadog's leadership for yet another term. A multitude of galaxies. We're only in one galaxy. That's one thing I'd like to see, especially for mid to late game, is opening up of more areas like the L cluster, so there is more room for expansion. Opening up another galaxy where you might run into other empires would be interesting as well. Garanshu have declared Jazekians their rival. I really can't declare any of these people my rival, can I? Commonwealth of Man is only inferior. I could declare them as a rival. What about the Ivzorak? Yeah, they're only inferior. I could declare them as a rival as well. It's a shame we were never able to bridge the gap between our Federation and the Garanshu. They would have been a good addition. They also are erudite explorers. They are democracy, I believe. Yeah, direct democracy. I would love for them to get on good relations, but there's no way I can make my allies like them. The second stage of our mega art installation is complete, and the process of filling the vault has begun. A dedicated fleet of transport ships operates constantly to transport the treasure of our empire to its new home. Meanwhile, additional structures are being built to house the multitude of required staff, and to display a vast number of exhibits. Overshot it. So it now has a second ring rotating the opposite direction. Now for the next stage, which will take about 5 years, it just says stellar on the description. But yeah, that will boost our production of Unity slightly more, as well as boost amenities throughout our empire. We'll go ahead and get started on that. It will be done, yeah, about 5 years. 3 months shy of 5 years. And it's going to add 3 more rings. We're 1 month away from having the influence we need to start on the ring world. We can now get started on our ring world. It allows for multiple planet-like zones, cannibalizing all other planets in the system for materials. Then it will get upgraded to a frame. It only takes about 2.5 years to get the site going, but then the frames and the sections, the frame itself takes almost 6 years, and then the sections each take about 5 each. But it's going to get started. It'll be 3 years before it's done. And in that time, I can go back to spending my influence on habitats for a bit. I could go ahead and bank up another 300 to get the quantum catapult started, even though it's not something I'm that interested in. We are monument builders. So the citizen state of Azuk has declared Garanshu their rival. So much for Garanshu getting in good with the Commonwealth of Man when their vassal doesn't like them. Oh, I completely forgot about this little fleet we got, the destroyers. Let's send it up to Ferranus Black Hole. That'll take 3 months. And we're getting the potential sleeper cells within the Commonwealth of Man. League of Brian States has another gateway. And we need to renew our deal with the Artisan Troop, even though they have not been giving us any newsletters. Maybe we say no deal and start it all over to get it to reset. I'm not sure. Yeah, let's do that. Let's say no deal. We have finalized the list of targets and are drifting their way into position. So that should establish the sleeper cells within about 10 days. Now let's go back to the Artisan Troop and become their patron all over again. And see if that starts getting us newsletters again. But it has been another 5 years. So we will call this an episode. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next time.